You're welcome to today's news analysis. This is not noise. This is not rumor. This is real Nigerian politics, raw and direct. If you care about 2027, stay with me. If you believe zoning matters, stay with me. And if you want to understand why Peter Obi is standing firm, do not blink. Before we go in, subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell. Not later. Now. Because what you're about to hear will shape how you see the next election. Let's get straight to it. Peter Obi has made one thing very clear. Very clear. He is not backing down from the southern zoning stand for 2027. No mixed signals. No soft talk. No backdoor deals. His message is simple. The ticket must stay in the south. And this is not a random statement. This is not pressure talk. This is not a moment reaction. This is a position he has studied, weighed, and chosen to stand on, no matter the cost. Peter Obi understands Nigerian politics very well. He knows how power shifts. He knows how promises are made and later broken. And that is why this stand matters so much. Zoning is not written in the Constitution. But it is written in trust. It is written in balance. It is written in peace. Nigeria is a country with deep divisions. Religion. Region. History. And zoning was created to calm those divisions. Power moves so that no side feels locked out forever. That agreement is what has held the system together for years, even when elections were messy. Right now, power is in the south. President Tinubu is from the south. That fact alone shapes everything about 2027. If Tinubu is defeated in 2027, the presidency does not suddenly become northern business. It does not reset overnight. The south is still meant to complete the term. For full years. No shortcuts. No excuses. Only after that can power return to the north. That is the understanding many Nigerians know, even if they pretend not to. Peter Obi is saying something many politicians are afraid to say. That if zoning is ignored now, it will lose meaning forever. Once you bend it for convenience, it stops being a rule. It becomes a trick. And Peter Obi does not want to be part of that trick. Some people say he should compromise. Some say politics is about deals. Some say he should just go along to win. But Obi's stand is different. He believes winning without fairness is not real victory. He believes power taken the wrong way will never sit well. This is why his message sounds calm, but firm. No shouting. No insults. Just a straight line drawn on the ground. And that line says, the South has not finished. This position has made many people uncomfortable. Because it forces honesty. It forces parties to explain themselves. It forces leaders to answer questions they would rather avoid. Why rush power back to the north when the south has not completed its time? Who benefits from breaking the flow? And who pays the price later? Peter Obi knows the price is always paid by the country, not the politicians. That is why he is willing to wait. That is why he is willing to stand alone if needed. This is not about ego. It is about process. He is telling Nigerians that rules must mean something. That agreements must last beyond one election cycle. That democracy without fairness is just noise. Many Nigerians quietly agree with him. Even some who oppose him politically know this stand makes sense. But politics is not always about sense. It is about interest. And that is why this chapter matters. Because once Peter Obi refused to cross this line, the game changed. He did not attack anyone. He did not beg anyone. He simply said no. And sometimes, in Nigerian politics, no is the loudest statement of all. Now, let's slow down and be very clear about something. Peter Obi has not officially joined the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Not yet. There is no signed move. No public declaration. No final step taken. And this is important because many people are already jumping to conclusions. Some say he is delaying. Some say he is playing games. Some say he is confused. But the truth is simpler and sharper. Peter Obi is waiting because the ground is not settled. The ADC, as a party, is facing a serious zoning question. A question that cannot be ignored or managed with silence. The general understanding inside ADC is that the presidential ticket for 2027 should go to the South. This is not a rumor. This is not street talk. It is part of the internal agreement many members believe in. But then reality hits. Atiku Abubakar insists on contesting. And Atiku is from the north. Once that happens, the balance breaks. You cannot say the ticket is for the South, and at the same time push a northern candidate forward. That is not unity. That is confusion. Peter Obi sees this clearly. Joining a party without clarity is a trap. It weakens your stand before the battle even begins. And Obi is not known for rushing into traps. He has seen this movie before. Big promises at the start. Small excuses later. That is why he is watching closely. He wants to see if ADC will stand by its words. Or bend under pressure. This is not about personal rivalry. It is about structure. If ADC cannot resolve its zoning issue openly and honestly, then joining becomes a risk, not a strategy. Peter Obi understands that once you enter a party, you are tied to its decisions. If the party later shifts the ticket north, your voice becomes weaker. So instead of entering blindly, he pauses. This waiting has created tension. Inside ADC. Among supporters. Across the political space. Some ADC members want a clear southern ticket. Others want Atiku, believing experience can win elections. These two paths cannot run together for long. Sooner or later, one must give way. And that moment will decide everything. Peter Obi is not forcing anyone's hand. He is not issuing threats. He is simply saying, without drama, fix your house first. This approach shows patience. But it also shows strength. Because it tells everyone that his principles are not for sale. If ADC proves serious about zoning, the door remains open. If it does not, Obi will walk away without noise. And that sends a strong signal to other parties. It tells them that the South is not desperate. That Southern candidates are not begging for tickets. It also tells voters that some leaders still value process over power. This chapter is not about where Peter Obi is today. It is about why he has not moved. And the reason is clear. Until ADC answers the zoning question honestly, Peter Obi will keep standing outside the door. Watching. Waiting. And refusing to compromise what he believes is right. What Peter Obi is doing now goes far beyond party moves or personal ambition. This stand touches the heart of the 2027 election. For the first time in a long while, a major political figure is putting structure before speed and fairness before force. By refusing to bend on zoning, Obi is forcing every serious party to take a position. No hiding. No vague promises. No secret arrangements. They must say it clearly. Is 2027 for the South or not? This single question is already shaping alliances behind closed doors. Several parties are quietly agreeing on one thing. A Southern candidate. No internal fight. No crowded primary. The idea is simple. If the South speaks with one voice, power cannot be dragged around by confusion. Peter Obi's stand strengthens this thinking. Even without officially declaring, he has shifted the center of discussion. Now, politicians are not just asking who can win. They are asking who is legitimate. That matters. Because elections won without fairness often create weak leadership. Leaders start defending their seat instead of leading the country. Obi's approach sends a message to voters as well. It tells Nigerians that patience is not weakness. That waiting for the right process is sometimes the strongest move. Many young voters see themselves in this stand. They are tired of shortcuts. Tired of broken deals. Tired of being asked to accept anything just to win. This moment is giving them a reason to stay alert. But this path is not easy. Standing firm means facing pressure from all sides. Party leaders. Power brokers. Old allies. Yet Obi seems ready for that cost. Because once zoning is broken now, it will never return. 2027 is the test year. If the South loses its turn unfairly, future agreements will mean nothing. Every election will become a free-for-all. And Nigeria cannot afford that kind of chaos. That is why this chapter matters. Peter Obi is not shouting. He is not campaigning yet. But his silence, his waiting, and his refusal to bend are already loud. The road to 2027 has started. And it is not moving on noise anymore. It is moving on decisions. And when history looks back at this moment, this stand may be remembered as the point where the rules were either saved or finally broken. That is the weight of what is happening now. And that is why 2027 will not be business as usual. This is where everything comes together. Not in slogans. Not in party banners. But in choices. What Peter Obi has done is simple, yet heavy. He has chosen process over pressure. Order over urgency. Principle over panic. In a political space where speed is often mistaken for strength, Obi has slowed the moment down. And in doing so, he has forced Nigeria to look at itself. The 2027 election is no longer just about who replaces who. It has become a test of whether agreements still matter in this country. Zoning may not be law, but it is understanding. It is balance. It is the quiet glue that has kept the system from tearing apart. Break it carelessly, and the damage will not show immediately. But it will come. It will show in anger. In distrust. In elections that feel forced, not fair. Peter Obi is warning against that future. He is saying that power taken without respect for structure will always struggle to find peace. Some people say this stand is risky. They are right. Politics rewards flexibility. It rewards silence. It rewards people who know when to look away. But history rarely rewards those people. History remembers the ones who held a line when it was easier to move it. Obi knows this path could cost him alliances. It could cost him access. It could even cost him the ticket. Yet he stands anyway. That alone changes the tone of the race. Because now, other parties must decide what they stand for. They must choose between convenience and credibility. And voters are watching. Quietly. Closely. Many Nigerians are tired of being told to accept anything for the sake of victory. They have seen where that logic leads. Leaders who win fast but govern weak. Promises that expire after elections. Unity that disappears once power is secured. This moment feels different. Not loud. Not dramatic. But firm. And firmness is rare in Nigerian politics. Peter Obi's silence on ADC is not confusion. It is caution. It is the pause of someone who understands that once you step into a broken structure, you become part of the break. By waiting, he is telling every party one thing. Show me your values before you ask for my name. That is a hard demand. But it is a fair one. And it may be the reason this election cycle will not follow old patterns. 2027 is approaching fast, but the real decisions are happening now. In meetings. In quiet talks. In moments where leaders choose either fairness or force. Whatever happens next, one fact is clear. The South is no longer silent. And zoning is no longer an afterthought. Peter Obi has pulled it back into the center of the conversation. Whether people agree with him or not, they must now respond to him. And that response will shape the months ahead. This is not the end of the story. It is the pressure point. From here, parties will reveal themselves. Some will stand by their word. Others will bend and explain later. Nigerians will remember who did what. Because when trust is broken, it does not heal quickly. The choice before the country is simple, but not easy. Respect the process, or repeat the chaos. As 2027 draws closer, one truth stands tall. Power gained without fairness is always borrowed. And borrowed power never lasts. This moment is asking Nigeria a hard question. Are we ready to do this right? The answer will not come from speeches. It will come from decisions. And those decisions are already being made. Right now.